Okay, a quick little demo of a tool I just threw together. So what this will do is, I'm calling it encoded JSON URLs. So it'll take a piece of JSON, in this case a next mode called control object, which is in here, and it will generate us a URL which will return that piece of JSON with the JSON encoded in the URL string. So if you don't have a server where you can host your own JSON, but you need to set a webhook callback that will return that, you can do that with this. So here's our example data. Let's just change this just so we can see it's not faked. So we'll say hello badger. We click generate answer URL and it generates this great big long URL here. The main thing being it's this part here, so it's actually running on an AWS Lambda with a really simple function, and the other part of that is actually that JSON URL encoded. So this string here, you can see action, talk, text, hello, badger, and all the control characters. We can copy that to the clipboard, and then just to prove it, if we were to make an HTTP request, so let's do HTTP GET to that URL, we see it actually returns our JSON with what we've put, and the service also supports the same with post, so it doesn't really matter whether you use a get or a post. Whatever's in that part of the URL that's encoded will just be decoded and sent back to you as JSON. This gets really useful when we want to set up a simple voice application on Nexmo. So if we go in here, and this is an application I've already created called JSON URL, but we can go in and edit the URL somewhere and set our answer URL as that string. Let's check we've got it on the clipboard. From the clipboard there, we can use get or post. Say we'll do post this time. Save those changes. I think I've already got a number linked. Yep. So I've linked a number to the application, 07520 660 volume up.
Hello Badger.
And it'll play back our URL there. So really simple, the whole thing, it's just a static web page that does the encoding to generate these URLs, and then the little Lambda function which just decodes it and sends it straight back to you. So completely stateless, you can put anything you like in a URL. The only limit is to the length of your JSON is how long the service you're pasting the URL to is. So quite a useful little hack.